20. I'm Gary Libator. We'll get to those stories and more in a moment. First, though, the humidity is going to make a return today. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us now from the Weather Center. And Hannah, just how sticky is it going to get?
So it won't be too bad, not like it was last week, and we're just going to be seeing some showers and thunderstorms return today.
So a bit different from the past couple days.
Yes, so the nice weather comes to an end. Let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. We're starting out a little bit warmer. We are in the 50s to low 60s, so about 10 degrees warmer than the past 2 days. We have 58 degrees in Richfield Springs and Earlville, 61 degrees in Whitesboro. And at this point, we are tracking a few showers just to our west on our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. So this morning, it is possible to see a few light showers, and then we see some thunderstorms make a return late afternoon, early evening, and they do continue overnight. So we see that return today. The change in the really nice weather pattern has come. Those thunderstorms do continue into tomorrow morning a little bit, and then we see another round possible tomorrow afternoon. But the good news is that this only lasts 2 days, today and tomorrow, because the weekend looks nice once again. The humidity goes back to a lower rate once again for the weekend. So for today, expect a few showers this morning, the thunderstorms coming in this evening. It will be warmer and more humid, and we'll talk a little bit more about the storms coming in. Coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Let's get right to it now. Today,
the WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. We're dry at this point. It is possible to see a few lighter scattered showers this morning, but it looks like those thunderstorms come in late afternoon, early evening, so kind of just around dinner, and they do continue overnight. As we can see here, scattered thunderstorms continue overnight. It is possible to see another round come in tomorrow afternoon for a little bit, and then we will dry out for a really nice weekend. So spending time outside, I would say maybe today. At this point, we're dry. We are going to be seeing dry periods during the day, but that once those thunderstorms come in later this evening, they do continue overnight into Friday morning. So I would just say no on Friday, because it is possible to see some more thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. But then Saturday and Sunday are going to be really nice days. I would say Saturday is the better day, though, because it is going to be more sunny. Sunday, we will be seeing some extra cloud cover come in, but overall, great days. Highs are going to be in the upper 70s, and that humidity drops for the weekend once again. Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Staying on the story now of the new...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are going to start out the morning with some clouds. A few showers are possible, and we'll see a change in the weather pattern today. Let's take a look now at downtown Utica. Upon waking up, it is a lot warmer than the past couple of days. We're also going to be seeing cloudy skies. Our temperatures are in the 50s and 60s. 54 degrees in Dowdesville, 60 degrees in Whitesboro, 61 degrees in Deansboro, and if we look to the south, 56 degrees in Cooperstown. So a lot warmer than the past couple days where we were in the 40s and 50s. We're still not humid, 51 degrees for that dew point, but this will be on the rise today as we see unsettled weather approaching. Tomorrow we will be humid as well, but the good news is that it drops again for Saturday and Sunday. A nice weekend ahead with comfortable humidity comes in. Unsettled weather after today and tomorrow returns on Monday. At this point, we are dry on our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. We do see a few showers, though, just to our west. It is possible to see a few scattered showers this morning. The thunderstorms look to hold off until this evening, though. So by this evening, it looks like we could be seeing some thunderstorms. Because of this, the Storm Prediction Center has just put us in a level 1 marginal risk. It shouldn't be a big deal today. The upper portion of Herkimer County and Lewis County are in a level 2 slight risk of seeing severe weather, but at this point, the thunderstorms don't look severe. They look to come in this evening and continue overnight. Our main concern is just going to be gusty winds along with heavy rain. We're not really expecting too much hail or tornadoes or anything like that. Just gusty winds, heavy rain are possible between these thunderstorms, and they do continue all overnight into tomorrow morning. So we do see some more scattered thunderstorms tomorrow. We are possibly going to be seeing another round even after tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow is just going to be an unsettled day once again. The good news is that we dry out tomorrow night and we will be seeing dry weather for the weekend. It's looking like a really nice weekend after this cold front moves through. Less humidity, and we will be seeing some sunshine on Saturday, highs near 80, a high of 80 on Sunday. A little bit extra cloud cover does come in, but great weekend ahead for any outdoor activities, and it's not going to be too hot and once again not humid. So let's take a look at the thunderstorms on our Skycast. We're starting out still dry this morning. A few lighter showers are possible before noon, and then this evening, as we can see here, or late afternoon, early evening, I'll say, a few scattered thunderstorms do start to move in. They continue all overnight, especially up in the North Country. They continue through tomorrow morning. We get a break tomorrow late morning, early afternoon, as we can see here, but then afternoon, another round is possible. Will dry out tomorrow night. So for today, as we can see right now, we're just cloudy. A few showers are possible this morning. Those thunderstorms look to hold off until this evening. Will be warmer and more humid today, and the thunderstorms continue all overnight into tomorrow morning. We dry out a little bit tomorrow for the late morning, and then we see another round of thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. The good news is that we see a really nice weekend coming in after this.
That is good news.
Yes, so after moves through, nice weekend, sunshine, so comes right in time.
Yeah, so 2 beautiful days, 2 iffy days, and then 2 more beautiful days.
Yes.
2, 2, 2. Hannah, thanks. The time right now is 5:21. Thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore. It's going to be a sticky one out there today as we get ready for that humidity to make a return. Meteorologist Hannah Evans tracking it all in the Weather Center, and we're going to get a bit sticky, but not as bad as it was last week.
Yes, not as hot or humid as it was, and we're just going to be seeing that unsettled weather return today as well.
Chance of thunderstorms.
Yes, chance of thunderstorms later and then into tomorrow too. So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. You can already tell outside it's a lot warmer than the past couple of mornings. We're in the 50s to 60s. We have 60 degrees in Whitesboro, 54 degrees in Cooperstown. And we are tracking cloudy skies and a few showers out to our west. This is our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. So this morning it is possible to see a few of these showers moving in. So don't be surprised if you see a light to moderate rain shower to start. Those thunderstorms don't arrive until late afternoon, early evening though. But it does arrive today. We will continue to be unsettled. Those thunderstorms do continue into tomorrow morning, and then we continue to see another round tomorrow afternoon. The good news, though, is that we see 2 days of unsettled weather today and tomorrow, and then 2 days of really nice weather. The weekend is looking beautiful again with that humidity returning back to a lower amount and with sunshine. So for today, expect a few showers this morning. It is possible to see a few thunderstorms later. It's going to be warmer and more humid, and I will talk a little bit more about these thunderstorms coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, years after their...
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. We are starting out a lot warmer than the past 2 mornings. 62 degrees being measured at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. The dew point is still comfortable. We're at 51 degrees for the dew point. That's still comfortable humidity, but this will be on the rise for today and tomorrow. We'll get a little bit humid, not as hot and humid as it was last week, but we are going to be seeing some unsettled weather start to move in. So we'll be a little bit warmer today. We'll be in the low 80s for the high temperature, and then in the mid 70s tomorrow. We are going to remain in the upper 70s and low 80s into next week, but it doesn't look like we are going to be seeing the heat and humidity that we did see last week, at least in the near future on our outlooks. It doesn't look like it will be that hot and humid. It's looking like it will remain just around average once we warm up. And then once again today, it is possible to see some thunderstorms coming in this evening and overnight. We are at a level 1 marginal risk for this, so our main concern is going to be gusty winds and heavy rain. Gary.
Thanks. A lithium-ion battery fire.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. A much different morning this morning. We're starting out with cloudy skies and we're a little bit warmer. Let's take a look now at downtown Utica. As we can see, cloudy skies to start, much warmer than the past 2 mornings. And today we are going to be seeing that change in the weather pattern with some unsettled weather coming in. Our temperatures are in the 50s to 60s here this morning. 62 degrees in Whitesboro and 60 degrees in Deansboro. Looking to the south, we have 55 degrees in Cooperstown. So much warmer warning stepping outside, but it's still not that humid. 51 degrees for the dew point. It is going to get just a little bit muggy today, and the humidity will continue to rise into tomorrow as we see the unsettled weather. The good news, though, is that we dry out for the weekend and that humidity decreases again as well. So it should be a really nice and beautiful weekend. It is going to be on the rise as we head into Monday, though. We are dry at this point on our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar, but there are a few showers just to the west of us. It is possible to see a passing shower here this morning. Then we dry out for most of the day with some thunderstorms coming in this evening. Because of these thunderstorms coming in, the Storm Prediction Center has put us just in the level 1 marginal risk of seeing severe weather. We are in a level 2 slight risk for the northern portion of Herkimer and Lewis County, so keep that in mind. But for most of us, just a level 1 risk. That means the main concern is just going to be gusty winds and heavy rain with these thunderstorms that do move through this evening. Once they come in this evening, they continue overnight and into tomorrow morning. We continue to see scattered thunderstorms tomorrow morning. We get another break during the late morning hours tomorrow, and then it's possible to see another round of scattered thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. So we continue to see this unsettled weather for 2 days. The good news, though, is that we dry out for the weekend, and the weekend is looking beautiful after this cold front moves through. Less humidity, and we'll be in the upper 70s on Saturday with sunshine. I would definitely say Saturday looks to be the better day because we see an increase in cloud cover on Sunday. Extra cloud cover, highs are going to be right around 80 degrees for Sunday. But both days look nice. A nice weekend ahead coming back in. So let's look at our skycast at these thunderstorms. Right now we're dry with a few showers possible this morning, but then most of the afternoon looks dry with some sunshine. Then late afternoon, early evening, scattered thunderstorms start to come in, and as we can see here, they continue overnight, especially for north of the Mohawk Valley. We'll continue to see a few thunderstorms tomorrow morning before we dry out for the rest of the morning and early afternoon, and then we see another round of thunderstorms coming in tomorrow afternoon and continuing through the evening. So for today, as we can see here, it looks like it is going to be mostly dry for the day, but then once we head into the evening, that's when we see the chance of some scattered thunderstorms coming in. Will be warmer and more humid today. Tomorrow, the thunderstorms continue through the morning. We see another round of thunderstorms coming in tomorrow afternoon. Then we dry out for the weekend, so we see 2 days of unsettled weather and then 2 nice days coming back in for the weekend with some sunshine, Gary.
Can't wait for that.
Yes, it's going to be a nice weekend, which is good.
That's for sure. Hannah, thanks. Well, more than 50 million people. I'm Gary Libitor. We'll get to those stories and more in just a moment. First, though, the humidity is going to make a return today. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us now from the Weather Center, and we're not talking too sticky.
Yes, it's not going to be too hot and humid like we saw last week. We're just going to be seeing that unsettled weather come back in for today and tomorrow.
But not too bad.
Yes, not too bad. Just a few thunderstorms possible. Let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. You can already tell when stepping outside this morning, it's a lot warmer than the past 2 mornings. We're in the 50s to 60s. We have 63 degrees in Whitesboro and 57 degrees in Richfield Springs and Westmoreland. At this point, we are dry, but there are a few showers to our west moving in. This is our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. So it is possible this morning to see a few of these showers moving through, but otherwise we look mostly dry for most of the day with those thunderstorms we are expecting holding off until late afternoon, early evening. But they do return today, and once they come in this evening, they continue tonight and into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow we will be seeing some more scattered thunderstorms possible in the afternoon, but the good news is that we do dry out for a really nice weekend ahead. So for today, expect the possibility of a few thunderstorms later. We reach the upper 70s and will be a little bit more humid. I will talk a little bit more about those thunderstorms coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Let's get right to it now. Former President.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. We're dry this morning and cloudy, but it's possible to see a chance of a few passing showers moving through. And then later this evening, that's when we do see the scattered thunderstorms roll through. They will continue overnight and into tomorrow morning. We do get a little bit of a break tomorrow morning for some dry weather, and then tomorrow afternoon, once again, seeing some more scattered thunderstorms. The good news is that we do dry out for the weekend. So if we did want to spend time outside, I would say maybe today, like now is fine. And then this afternoon is fine, but then once we head into the evening and those thunderstorms move in, they will continue into tomorrow. So I would say no tomorrow, but then Saturday and Sunday, yes, it's going to be really nice weather after this moves through. A little bit warmer, will be near 80 for the high temperature. Sunshine on Saturday, extra cloud cover coming in Sunday, and we're not going to be humid. Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Staying on the story now.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are seeing a change this morning. We're much warmer, and the unsettled weather is going to come in. So let's take a look now at downtown Utica. A change in the weather pattern starts today. We will be seeing more of unsettled weather rather than the perfect days we just saw. It looks cloudy outside this morning, and it's a little bit warmer. Our skywatchers have us in the 50s to 60s to start. 62 degrees in Deerfield and 63 degrees in Clinton. And if we look to the south, we have 53 degrees in Milford, 57 degrees in Cooperstown and in Westford. We're not humid yet, though. Still 51 degrees for that dew point. The humidity will slowly rise today, and it will continue to get humid tomorrow. That's due to our next low pressure system moving through. But then once it moves through, we will drop back down into more comfortable levels for a really nice weekend. So 2 humid days, 2 not humid days, and then it does get humid again for the beginning of next week. We are dry to start. So this is our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar, but there is that low pressure system just to the northwest of us. A passing shower is possible this morning as these showers are moving in from the west, and then we will be dry for most of the day. Those thunderstorms look to hold off until this evening when they come in. So because of these thunderstorms, the Storm Prediction Center has put us under just a level 1 marginal risk of seeing severe weather. Northern Herkimer and Lewis County are under a level 2 slight risk, though. But with this level 1 marginal risk, the main concern is just going to be gusty winds and heavy rain when these thunderstorms move through. And they come in this evening. They continue all overnight into tomorrow morning. We continue to see unsettled weather tomorrow. We will dry out for a little bit tomorrow late morning, and then another round of scattered thunderstorms is possible tomorrow afternoon. But then after tomorrow, we dry out for a really nice weekend coming in. It's not going to be too hot. We'll be in the upper 70s. There's going to be more sunshine on Saturday compared to Sunday, but both days look nice and dry with low humidity once again. So for today on our Skycast, as we can see, a passing shower is possible this morning, but it looks dry for most of the day. Then as we head into the evening, that's when those scattered thunderstorms come in. And if we look at the North Country, a lot of these thunderstorms do stay up there for the night into tomorrow morning. Then as we head into tomorrow morning, it's possible to see a few more scattered thunderstorms. We dry out for the rest of the morning and early afternoon. Then another round is possible tomorrow afternoon into the evening. So for today, it looks like it's going to be dry for a lot of the day. Once we head into the evening, though, that's when we do see those thunderstorms move in, and they continue tonight. It's going to be warm and more humid today. Tomorrow, we see those thunderstorms into the morning. We dry out for a little bit, but then another round is possible tomorrow afternoon, and we'll dry out for really nice weather for the weekend, Gary.
To look forward to.
Yes. Well, so good news is that the weekend looks nice.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Yes.
Hannah, thanks. Be sure to like us on. Thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore. It's going to be a sticky one today as the humidity gets ready to make a return. Meteorologist Hannah Evans is in the Weather Center, and it's not going to be too sticky, though.
Yes, so not as hot and humid as it was last week. We will get a little bit humid, though, as we see unsettled weather come in, so a change from the past couple
and
days.
your chance of thunderstorms, too.
Yes, so chance of thunderstorms this evening, and then same thing tomorrow. So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. We're starting out a lot warmer than the past 2 days. We're in the 50s to 60s this morning. We have 64 degrees in Whitesboro and 58 degrees in Richfield Springs. At this point, we are dry, but we're seeing a few showers to our west that are moving in. So passing shower is possible this morning. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We will be dry for most of the day, but then we do see those thunderstorms move in this evening. They continue throughout the night and into tomorrow morning. Then it's possible to see another round of thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. But then after all that, we dry out, become less humid again for a really nice, beautiful weekend. So today, expect a shower this morning, possible. Thunderstorms come in this evening. It will be warmer and more humid. And I will talk a little bit more about these thunderstorms coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. 3 years after
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. We're a lot warmer this morning, 61 degrees being measured at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. It's still not humid though. We have 51 degrees for our dew point, which is in the comfortable category, but we are seeing cloudy skies to start. It is going to get warmer today. We'll reach the low 80s and a little bit humid. Tomorrow will be in the mid 70s, and then the humidity does break for the weekend, but we're still going to be a little bit warmer than the past couple of days. Highs are actually going to reach near 80. So overall, it is looking like a really nice weekend. Today though, there is the possibility of some scattered thunderstorms this evening. The Storm Prediction Center has put us in a level 1 marginal risk, so our main concern is going to be gusty winds and heavy rain. Gary.
Hannah, thanks. A lithium-ion battery.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out cloudy this morning, and we are going to be seeing a change in the weather pattern today. Let's take a look now at downtown Utica. Cloudy skies. It is warmer this morning, and we do see some showers and some thunderstorms coming in later. So once again, a lot warmer than the past 2 mornings. Our sky watchers have us in the 50s to 60s. 62 degrees in Deerfield, 63 degrees in Clinton, and if we take a look to the south, we have 57 degrees in Cooperstown and in Westford. It's not humid yet, though. We still have 51 degrees for a dew point. That's still in the comfortable category. The humidity will slowly rise for today and tomorrow, and the good news is that it does get comfortable again with the lower humidity for the weekend. So at this point, we are still dry on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but as we can see, a few light showers just to the west of us making their way in. It is possible to see a passing shower here this morning, but then most of the day looks dry with some sunshine. Those thunderstorms that we are expecting do look to hold off until later this evening. So Nala and her neighbor Max this morning, they were actually a little bit chilly over the past couple days. Max trying to keep warm under a little blanket here, but today that won't be a problem. We'll be a lot warmer. Highs are going to be in the low 80s. We'll get a little bit humid as well, and then some thunderstorms this evening. So Max and Nala will enjoy watching those thunderstorms through the window. The Storm Prediction Center does have us in a level 1 marginal risk of severe thunderstorms. They do have a slight risk, though, for northern Herkimer and northern Lewis County, or most of Lewis County. That's that yellow color. So most of us seeing a level 1 risk of severe weather. This just means that the main concern is going to be gusty winds and heavy rain. So possibly some flooding issues, and then once again, possibly those gusty winds. Hail could also be a problem, too, but this looks to be for this evening and into tonight. Those thunderstorms continue overnight into tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow afternoon, we see another round move through. So we see 2 days of unsettled weather with scattered thunderstorms. Then we look to dry out for a really nice and beautiful weekend. Once this cold front moves through, it brings in pleasant weather, sunshine for Saturday, less humidity, and then a little bit extra cloud cover for Sunday. Still low humidity though, but I would definitely say Saturday looks to be a better day this weekend. So on our Skycast today, passing showers possible this morning, but we look mostly dry for most of the day. It's going to be warmer in the low 80s, and then we do see some scattered thunderstorms start to develop this evening, and they do continue overnight, as we can see here, into the overnight and even into tomorrow morning. Then we get a break for some dry weather for tomorrow rest of the morning. Tomorrow afternoon is where we see the chance of some more scattered thunderstorms moving through, especially to the south and to the east. So for today, expect clouds to start, a few peaks of of sunshine are possible, and then we look mostly dry for most of the day. It's just going to be warmer and more humid with those thunderstorms coming in this evening, and then they continue all overnight. They continue into tomorrow morning. We dry out for a little bit tomorrow late morning, early afternoon. Then we see another round of thunderstorms come in tomorrow afternoon. The good news is that we dry out for a really nice, beautiful weekend, Gary.
That is the good news.
Yes, so it looks like the good weather held off for us for the weekend.
Yeah, let's get through the next couple of days, and then Saturday and Sunday, gorgeous.
Yes.
Hannah, thanks. The time right now is 6:52.
From where the news comes first, this is News Channel 2 at 7 a.m. on CW11.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libator. Humidity is going to be making a return today. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us to start things off over in the Weather Center. And Hannah, you were mentioning earlier that it's not going to be too sticky, not like last week.
Yes, not hot and humid like last week, just a little bit muggy as we see some unsettled weather come in.
And some thunderstorms possible.
Yes, thunderstorms possible this evening. So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. We're a bit warmer than the past couple of days. We're in the 50s to 60s. We have 64 degrees in Whitesboro, 58 degrees in Richfield Springs. We are possibly going to be seeing a passing shower this morning. This is our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. But most of the day looks dry with some sunshine. We just see those thunderstorms return late afternoon, early evening, and then they will continue overnight into tomorrow morning. So it continues to be unsettled into tomorrow. Another round of thunderstorms are possible tomorrow afternoon. But then after all that, we'll dry out for a really nice weekend ahead. So for today, expect cloudy skies to start with a passing shower. We'll be seeing mostly dry conditions with some sun and thunderstorms coming in this evening. I will talk a little bit more about those thunderstorms coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Let's get right to it now. Former President
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out today a little bit warmer than yesterday, and there is going to be a change today in that weather pattern. Let's take a look now at downtown Utica. Cloudy skies to start, and once again, a change today. We are going to be seeing the start of unsettled weather today, and we are a lot warmer this morning because of that. Our sky watchers have us in the 50s and 60s, 58 degrees in Mohawk and in Old Forge, 59 degrees in New Hartford. If we take a look to the south, 57 degrees in Cooperstown and Westford. We're not humid yet. We have 51 degrees for the dew point. The humidity will slowly increase today and into tomorrow. But the good news is that once this cold front moves through, which looks to be tomorrow evening, we see a nice change in that humidity. It does drop for the weekend. We are dry to start on a Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. But it's possible this morning to see a passing light shower. This is due to this disturbance just to the west of us, bringing in a few showers. That's possible this morning, and then we'll be dry for most of the day with those thunderstorms coming in this evening. We are just at a level 1 marginal risk for this from the Storm Prediction Center. They did put the North Country, like way up in northern Herkimer County, along with Lewis County, in a level 2 slight risk of seeing severe weather. But for most of us, the main concern is going to be gusty winds and heavy rain, may be causing some flooding issues. The storms that come in this evening continue into tomorrow morning. Then there's another chance to see some scattered thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. So 2 days of unsettled weather today and tomorrow, but we dry out for a really nice and beautiful weekend. The humidity decreases again. I would definitely say Saturday is a better day because we see more sunshine, highs in the upper 70s, and then highs just around 80 on Sunday. We see a little bit extra cloud cover, but still a really nice weekend ahead. We lucked out for the weekend. So on our Skycast today, a passing shower is possible this morning. We see some sun for the rest of the day. We'll reach the low 80s and get a little bit humid, but then we start to see those scattered thunderstorms move through this evening and overnight into tomorrow morning. We see a break in those storms tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon. But then if we look at our later afternoon, we do see some more scattered thunderstorms coming in, especially for south and east. So for the rest of today, expect it to start to get a little bit humid. We are seeing clouds this morning. Some peaks of sun later. Will be warmer as well in the upper 70s. And then those thunderstorms do come in this evening and they continue overnight. They continue into tomorrow morning. We then see a break for tomorrow for the rest of the morning, and then we see some more scattered thunderstorms coming in the afternoon. The good news is that we dry out for the weekend. We see the sunshine return and the humidity decrease for a nice and beautiful weekend.
forecast. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans. And Hannah, not quite as nice as the past couple of days, right?
Yes, it's not as nice outside. We're a little bit warmer and we're a little bit more muggy. We're also going to be seeing the chance of some thunderstorms coming in later. Right now, we are seeing a few pop-up showers on our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. So a drizzle is possible here this afternoon. We do remain mostly dry, though, up until this evening. That's where the chance of thunderstorm increases. And we're also a little bit warmer than the past couple of days. Mostly in the 70s right now, 73 degrees in Little Falls and Cooperstown, and 71 degrees in Earlville and Richfield Springs. So thunderstorms do return later this evening. They continue all throughout the night into tomorrow morning. Then we see another round of thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. So today and tomorrow, 2 days of unsettled weather. But we do dry out and the weekend looks beautiful with some sunshine. So for the rest of today, expect those thunderstorms to arrive just after dinner. We continue to see them overnight. I will talk a little bit more about these storms coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Brand new this noon.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are seeing more clouds today and a little bit of haze. Let's take a look now at downtown Utica. Today is the first day of unsettled weather after 2 beautiful days. As we can see, it is cloudy at this point. We're also a little bit hazy, and we're warmer than we were the past couple of days. Our sky watchers have us in the 70s. We have 79 degrees in Ilium and 75 degrees in Clinton and Mohawk. Highs today will reach the low 80s, and it's starting to get a little bit more humid as well. 59 degrees for that dew point. So once it reaches 60, that's when it does start to feel a little bit muggy outside. And today and tomorrow, it will be humid with that unsettled weather moving through. The good news is that we do dry out for a beautiful weekend, and that humidity drops as well. But it does increase again heading into Monday because more unsettled weather comes back in for the start of the week. At this point, just a few pop-up showers on our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. So pop-up showers possible this afternoon. The cold front that is moving in is still out to the west of us. It does approach by this evening, though. So it looks like our chance of thunderstorms does come in, I would say, around and after dinner times, like 6, 7 p.m. Scattered thunderstorms are possible, and then they do continue overnight. So the Storm Prediction Center does have our viewing area and just a level 1 marginal risk of seeing severe weather. We do have most of Lewis County and the northern part of Herkimer County in that level 2 slight risk. But most of us, the main concern is going to be gusty winds and heavy rain. Possibly, maybe with that heavy rain, could be seeing some flooding, and hail is possible as well. So that's going to be for the thunderstorms this evening and tonight, and the thunderstorms continue into tomorrow. I also did want to point out today that the haze that we're seeing is from some smoke that's near the surface. So this lighter blue color has moved into our region. It is possible to see the smoke turn a little bit heavier tonight, and tomorrow the haze lingers around a little bit as well. At this point, the air quality index is just at 70. So that shouldn't cause any health issues for anyone, but if it does reach over 100, that's when, if you are sensitive to poor air quality, it could cause some issues. So we'll keep you updated on that. Just a little bit of haze this afternoon. Nala and her neighbor can still see each other. Today she is saying hi to Max. They're going to sit and watch the thunderstorms together through the window as we head into this evening, but they really want that nice weather back. The good news is at the weekend we see it. Sunshine for both days, low humidity once again. I would say Saturday is the better day because we do see more sunshine that day. So our Skycast is showing that we start to see a few pop-up thunderstorms this evening, especially to the north, and then those do continue to move through the Mohawk Valley overnight. We see a few scattered thunderstorms still lingering into tomorrow morning. Then we see some dry periods for the day tomorrow, but then tomorrow in the afternoon we see more thunderstorms, and they look to stay south and east of Utica. So we'll keep you updated for that tomorrow. So for the rest of today, expect those scattered thunderstorms to pick up this evening. We're also seeing a little bit of a haze outside right now from that smoke, and tonight the thunderstorms continue. They continue into tomorrow morning with another round possible tomorrow afternoon. We dry out for a beautiful weekend ahead, though. Gary.
Hannah, thanks. They've taken a bite weather in this half hour. Once again, here is meteorologist Hannah Evans.
We are tracking unsettled weather to come in today, and it is warmer and more humid with a few thunderstorms possible later. Let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're still mostly dry, but a few pop-up showers are possible this afternoon. Those thunderstorms look to hold off until this evening. We're a little bit warmer than the past couple of days. We have 76 degrees in Little Falls and Westmoreland and 74 degrees in Whitesboro and Cooperstown. It's also starting to get a little bit muggy outside, so expect those thunderstorms to come in this evening, and they do continue overnight into tomorrow. Tomorrow remains unsettled as well, with a few thunderstorms in the morning and another round possible in the afternoon. But then we see really nice weekend coming in. It dries out for the weekend. The humidity decreases as well. So for the rest of today, expect those thunderstorms to come in later this evening. We'll be in the upper 70s and start to get humid. I will talk a little bit more about those storms coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. 3 years.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking unsettled weather today with some thunderstorms coming in this evening. Let's take a look now at downtown Utica. Some clouds right now, also a little bit of haze, and we are a lot warmer today than the past couple of days. So our sky watchers have us in the 70s. We have 75 degrees in Clinton and Mohawk, 79 degrees in Ilion. Today we will reach the upper 70s, and it is starting to get a little bit more humid as well. 60 degrees for the dew point. It is feeling a little bit muggy outside, and that humidity will continue to increase into tomorrow as it remains unsettled. The good news is that the unsettled weather comes to an end tomorrow night. We see beautiful weather for the weekend, and that humidity drops as well. This point on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, just a few pop-up showers are possible. We're still mostly dry because that cold front is still way out to our west. It does move in by this evening, though. Once it moves in, scattered thunderstorms are going to be possible starting this evening, and they do continue overnight into tomorrow morning. So today, our severe weather risk from the Storm Prediction Center is just at a level 1 marginal risk for most of us. But we're seeing Lewis County and the northern part of Herkimer County, they're under a level 2 slight risk. So you may be seeing some more stronger storms up there, but most of us, the main concern is going to be gusty winds and heavy rain that could cause some flooding issues. Also, hail is possible within these storms for this evening and tonight. I also did want to point out today that we're seeing a little bit of haze. This is due to wildfire smoke coming back in. We're just in this light blue color, though, so it's not as heavy, and it won't get as heavy as it was before. It is possible it gets a little bit thicker later tonight and then even tomorrow afternoon, but it looks to remain kind of like a light smoke in the atmosphere. At this point, the air quality index is just around 70. This shouldn't cause any issues for anybody. Once it does hit over 100, though, which is possible later, that is when it's sensitive to anyone with poor air quality, anyone that's sensitive to poor air quality issues. It could cause some effects there, so keep that in mind. The good news is that the smoke looks to clear out for the weekend, along with that unsettled weather. Beautiful weekend ahead. I would say Saturday's a better day because we do see some more sunshine on Saturday. So for the rest of today, expect those thunderstorms to develop this evening. They continue in the overnight and even into tomorrow morning a little bit. Then we see a dry period for the rest of the morning tomorrow and early afternoon, but then tomorrow afternoon another round of thunderstorms are possible, especially south and east of Utica. So for the rest of today, expect those scattered thunderstorms to develop this evening. It is cloudy with a little bit of haze from that smoke, and then the thunderstorms continue tonight. The thunderstorms continue into tomorrow morning. We dry out for a little bit tomorrow before another round comes in the afternoon. The good news is that we do dry out for a really nice and beautiful weekend. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. A lithium-ion battery.
I'm Kristen Copeland. Jason's off tonight. We are going to get to those stories in just a minute. Very important stories, but we do have to start in the Weather Center tonight, where Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis is tracking thunderstorms and the possibility of heavy rainfall.
Yeah, we're talking about this for tonight as well as early tomorrow. Let's take a look at the radar this evening. If you're heading out, it's okay, but what I'm watching is on the other side of Lake Ontario. You see those thunderstorms that have developed, those will eventually move into the north country here tonight. Again, they're producing some pretty heavy rain and a lot of thunder and lightning, and we will be keeping an eye on those as we head into tonight. Current temperature is 80 degrees. It's the first time that we've hit 80 since July 28th. I know it's been a couple of days. The humidity is starting to creep up, and that's going to help fuel some of these storms here for the next 24 hours. Again, dew points in the 60s this afternoon as opposed to the 40s and 50s over the past couple of days. Again, tracking a few thunderstorms tonight and especially early tomorrow. The weather is looking really nice for the weekend, and we've got more storms early next week to track as well. Pop-up storm is possible this evening, but again, I think most of the activity is happening tonight and early tomorrow. We'll track the timing of those and how much rain we can expect from those as well, and that's coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Staying on the story.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. It turned out to be a pretty nice day today, although you can tell the humidity is starting to creep up. We do have the chance for some showers and thunderstorms. We're going to be keeping an eye on the radar tonight and early tomorrow. Right now, we're in the clear. So if you're heading out over the next couple of hours, I think you're going to be okay. But I'm watching what's happening on the other side of Lake Ontario. These thunderstorms have just developed, and they'll be tracking to the south and east. These could be impacting the North Country tonight, producing some gusty winds and locally heavy rain. We have another chance of some storms heading into early Friday as a cold front moves through. Again, storms on Friday, we're looking at the same thing. Gusty winds, locally heavy rain. Possibility of some small hail, although that doesn't seem very likely. And the risk does look higher south and east of Utica compared to north and west. So again, if you're going to be heading out Friday during the early afternoon, just be weather aware. You know, we could be dealing with a few thunderstorms. A live look outside. This is looking east in downtown Utica. Notice there's a haze in the air. It's not just the humidity, but also wildfire smoke. There's a very small amount of light smoke in the air today, and it is very minimally impacting air quality. This is going to stick around as we head into tomorrow and into tomorrow night. And again, I'm not expecting any issues here for most people, but if you're really sensitive to this, you might notice it, although I think most of us won't. So you look at the radar and satellite image, a cold front drops in from the northwest, and again, this is going to be our weather maker for the next 24 hours. Overnight, again, some pop-up thunderstorms, better chance happening north of the Mohawk Valley. And it's a very warm night, a good night to run the air conditioner if you have it. Overnight lows only in the mid-60s. Showers, thunderstorms are expected early tomorrow. I think during the afternoon and evening, we'll get a chance to clear out. But again, a couple of strong storms are possible. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s. Tomorrow night, the weather does cool down. We'll drop down into the 50s. Stage is set for some nice weather this weekend. We're expecting sunshine on Saturday with high temperatures in the upper 70s. Tracking thunderstorms tonight, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. Again, a very mild and muggy overnight low of 64. Tomorrow, thunderstorms expected, especially early in the day. Still humid, a high temperature of 77. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Weather over the weekend looks nice. Saturday, 79, Sunday, 82, mostly sunny skies. Showers, thunderstorms are expected to return as we head into Monday and Tuesday of next week. Again, possibility of some strong storms on Monday, too. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Temperatures are going to stay on the warm side, and the overnight lows are going to be a lot warmer here as we head into the next 7 days.
All right, Bill, thank you. Well, we aren't dealing with the heat. Let's get you back to Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis and see what he's tracking for tonight.
Yeah, we're tracking the possibility of some thunderstorms overnight as well as Friday. The severe weather risk with these is mainly high winds and some locally heavy rainfall. Again, we're looking at more than one round possible, one round overnight, and then the second round early Friday, thinking the late morning to early afternoon as a cold front moves through the region. As we take a live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, across the area it looks clear, but we're keeping an eye to the north and west. There are a few thunderstorms that have developed on the other side of Lake Ontario that may impact our weather here heading into tonight. And then we also can't rule out a pop-up storm after sunset. Heading outside this evening, the weather looks good. If you're taking the dog for a walk, temperatures will be warmer than the last couple of nights. Will be in the upper 70s. Tonight's featured dogs, Rocky and Roman from Frankfurt. And if you want to be part of this, head to Bill's Buddies on Facebook. We are tracking a nice weekend ahead, and look at the forecasts coming up. Kristen, back to you.
There are more ticks in more places.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are continuing to track higher humidity here for about the next 24 hours before a cold front will bring nice weather for the weekend. Let's take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are looking quiet for now. I'm keeping an eye to the north and west. There are thunderstorms that have developed on the other side of Lake Ontario. Most of these will move into the North Country tonight, but these could kick off a few more thunderstorms in our area overnight. Some locally heavy rain is possible, along with some gusty winds. We have another chance of seeing storms early Friday afternoon. Again, this is part of a cold front, gusty winds, locally heavy rain. The highest risk for any stronger weather is expected to be in and south and east of Utica. And you can see here the yellow shaded for the Storm Prediction Center with the highest risk of severe weather in the northeast. But again, we're looking at widespread storms early, followed by some improving weather heading into Friday evening. This is a live look outside, looking to the east in downtown Utica. You might have noticed a haze in the sky. Not only the humidity, but also the smoke. We have a very light smoke in the air from wildfires that originated in Alberta, Canada. Yes, we've been dealing with this throughout the summer here and there. This time around, the smoke is very light, so this is not expected to impact most people. And the smoke will be lingering around through about Friday morning before clearing out as we head into the start of the weekend. Our sky watchers checking in: Mohawk 79. Inlet 72, Bill and Old Forge with 73, Curtis Corner 75. Across Southern Valleys, Paints Hollow 78, Westford 73, Worcester, Carroll checking in with 68 degrees, MJ and Sequoia with 77. We're tracking low pressure approaching from the northwest. This is producing thunderstorms on the other side of Lake Ontario. Again, we're going to be keeping an eye on that as we head into tonight. Scattered storms are possible overnight. Temperatures drop only into the mid-60s, so it's going to be a very warm and muggy night. As we head into Friday, showers and storms are expected to develop in the late morning to early afternoon. And then the weather should improve for later in the day. We'll notice a drop in the humidity and clearing skies heading into Friday night with temperatures in the upper 50s. Saturday looks beautiful. Looking at sunshine, a very comfortable day with high temperatures in the upper 70s. Thunderstorms are possible tonight, low temperature of 64. Again, a very muggy night. Good night for the air conditioner if you have it. Looking at storms early in the day tomorrow with high temperatures in the upper 70s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Sunshine on Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures close to 80 degrees. Looks like a very nice weekend. Showers and storms return on Monday. A few of those could be on the strong side too, along with higher humidity. Temperatures remain in the upper 70s to near 80. With the chance for storms on Tuesday and Thursday of next week. We'll be right back.
In Copeland, Jason has the night off. After a string of beautiful weather, thunderstorms, and possible heavy rain moving into the forecast, Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis is tracking from the Weather Center.
We're keeping an eye on storms on the other side of Lake Ontario tonight. These are expected to arrive overnight as well as into Friday morning. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's pretty quiet out there for now, but as we look to the north and west, we can see some storms developing on the north side of Lake Ontario. We'll be keeping an eye on these as we head into tonight. Current temperature is 81 degrees. It's been several days since we've hit 80. The humidity is up, dew points up to 61. It definitely feels more humid out there, and it will stay like that for the next 24 hours. Thunderstorms tonight, as well as another round early Friday. Both rounds could produce some locally heavy rain and gusty winds. The weather looks beautiful heading into the weekend, and we are tracking a few more storms heading into early next week. A pop-up storm is possible this evening. Otherwise, it should be pretty nice. Temperatures in the mid-70s. Again, tracking the weather, the storms for tomorrow, as well as a nice weekend. Look at the forecasts coming up. Kristen, back to you.
New at 6, a loss prevention officer.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Turning out to be a pretty nice day across Central New York. A couple of sprinkles here and there, but most of the day looking dry. This evening, the weather looks pretty decent, although we are keeping an eye on storms to the north and west. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, and at the moment, most of our area is looking dry. When we look to the north and west, there are some thunderstorms that have popped up on the north side of Lake Ontario. These are drifting south and east, so we'll be keeping an eye on the north country here tonight for the possibility of some thunderstorms. Another round of storms is expected Friday, especially during the early afternoon as a cold front arrives. Both tonight and tomorrow, storms that do develop could produce some strong winds and some locally heavy rain. The timing tomorrow looks to be during the afternoon, and the risk for severe weather looks to be higher south and east of Utica compared to north and west. This is a live look in downtown Utica. We're looking to the east. Notice some haze in the sky today. It's not just humidity, but there's some light wildfire smoke originating from Alberta, Canada. Some of this has moved into the area, but it is not affecting our air quality that much. In fact, most people wouldn't even notice that aside from the haze. And we'll see the levels of light smoke continue tonight as well as tomorrow before the wind direction changes and pushes the smoke generally out of the area. We will continue to keep an eye on this as we head into the next several days as the wildfires continue to burn to our north. Skywatchers, Curtis Corner 75, Inlet 72, Mohawk 79, across Southern Valleys. We've got Hartwick with 70, or I should say Richfield Springs with 78, Sequoia 77, and Lyman Eaton checking in with 79. A cold front is going to move in as we head into tomorrow, being carried by an area of low pressure. That's expected to produce some thunderstorms here tonight. Overnight lows look to drop down into the mid-60s, so a very mild night. Showers and thunderstorms will be most likely during the late morning to early afternoon Friday, roughly 11 a.m. to about 3 p.m. Then we expect the weather to turn out to be pretty nice for Friday evening, and as well as Friday night. Overnight lows will be cooler Friday night. Nice weekend. Temperatures on Saturday look to climb into the upper 70s, plenty of sunshine. Thunderstorms are possible tonight, low of 64, so again, a very mild and muggy night. Storms are possible during the late morning to early afternoon Friday with a high of 77. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weekend looks nice. Saturday and Sunday, temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s. Showers and thunderstorms return Monday and Tuesday with higher humidity. Temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s.
Thank you. Still to come here on News Channel 2.
For a first look at the forecast, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Hi there, Bill.
Hi, Mark. Yeah, we're tracking thunderstorms in our area tonight. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Quite a lightning show taking place north and west of Utica. In fact, as these storms move in, the lightning show will just become more and more widespread across the area. In fact, we can count the lightning strikes here over the past half an hour or so and give you that in our area, roughly 225 lightning strikes. So again, a lot of lightning and thunder with this. Some gusty winds are possible. Most of these storms, at least given the current track, will be passing just north of the New York State Thruway. But there's more to come to the west. So it looks like we're going to be in for a relatively active night here in central New York. Current temperature is 72 degrees out of Griffiths and Rome. And looking at the forecast for tonight, again, thunderstorms rolling through, temperatures in the mid-60s. Another chance for storms during the day tomorrow. The weekend, though, is trending a lot nicer. Look at that forecast. It's coming out. Mark, back to you.
All right, thanks, Bill. State Police.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We've got quite the lightning show unfolding across central New York. A lot of thunderstorms, mainly north of the Mohawk Valley, counting over 300 lightning strikes from this cluster of thunderstorms to the north. And that's just in the last half hour. There's a severe thunderstorm warning on this in the very eastern end of Onondaga County. But again, most of this is just thunder, lightning, and locally heavy rain. And again, there's a lot of lightning with this too. These storms are continuing to move from northwest to southeast, and there's more to come as you look to the north and west. You can see this group of storms on the south shore of Lake Ontario. Those will be moving in tonight. So I think we're going to be in for a pretty stormy night across central New York. And there's also going to be more storms as we head into Friday. The storms on Friday look to be not as long as what we're dealing with out there tonight. A line of storms expected to develop along a cold front during the late morning to early afternoon. Gusty winds, locally heavy rain possible here. And the risk for severe weather is slightly stronger south and east of Utica compared to north and west. This is a live look in downtown Utica. We've positioned this camera to the west. We've been seeing some flashes of lightning throughout the course of the evening, and I think we'll see more of them as those storms approach from the west. You can just see a flicker right there. Again, I think this will be becoming a lot more active here over the next hour or so. In addition to storms, a small decrease in the air quality today. Wildfire smoke originating from Alberta, impacting our local air quality. Just a very small amount. It's been giving us some extra haze in the sky. We'll see more of that tomorrow, but winds will carry this out of the area heading into tomorrow night. Looking at our Storm Tracker Skycast, again, some showers around through early tomorrow. Storms are expected to develop during the late morning to early afternoon, and then things will start to dry out as we head into Friday evening. A drop in the humidity is expected, and we should see very nice weather setting up as we head into the weekend. Looking at lots of sunshine on Saturday with temperatures in the upper 70s. Thunderstorms tonight, overnight lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow we're looking at storms during the late morning to early afternoon, a high of 77. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Beautiful weekend. Saturday and Sunday look really nice, comfortable, and dry. More showers and thunderstorms are expected to return on Monday and Tuesday. So a little busy here over the next 24 hours. Setting the stage for a nice weekend, though.
Stormy week, though. That's
Yeah.
a little scary. Don't want to ruin your weekend, so it looks like we got a couple nice days. That's pretty
Absolutely.
good. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Bill.